When Kamala Harris launched her campaign for president in January of 2019, she had millions of dollars and the support of no less than 15 to 20% of Democrat primary voters polled at that time. She was considered to be one of the leading contenders to win the Democratic nomination. But then February came, and then March, and then April and May, and over the course of the next 11 months, Kamala lost it all. By early December, her campaign was broke, and she now had the support of just 2% of the Democrat voters. Why? Well, for 11 months, people got to hear from her. For 11 months, they got to see her. For 11 months, they watched her get her ass kicked on debate stages. 3.5 years ago, Kamala Harris took over as Vice President of the United States. At that time, she had a full staff of left-wing Democrats ready to serve at her beck and call. 3.5 years on, 92% of them have quit, resigned, fled. They couldn't stand to be around her. What do those two stories have in common? Well, the reality seems to be that the more people get to know Kamala Harris, the longer they get to hear from Kamala Harris, the more they get to see of Kamala Harris, the more they despise her and can't get away from her fast enough. You want to know why she's in the basement? You want to know why she won't do an interview? You want to know why she won't hold a press conference? Now you know.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. I have some great clips to share with you guys. Americans are really out here voicing their displeasure with the Democratic nominee, which is known as Kamala Harris. People are upset. People are fed up. The way they've handled, this past natural disaster, the fact that this lady refuses to do interviews, and now all of a sudden she's doing interviews, and the more people see her, the more people get a chance to hear from her, the more people are choosing to turn away. Matter of fact, most people are sprinting away. There is a whole heck of a lot of people that are saying, nah, she ain't it. She don't have it. She ain't it. We're going to get into this, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. And without further ado, let's go.
If you can vote for Kamala Harris, you're just a fucking bitch. Actually.
My bad. Excuse the language.
I cannot. If you're a guy and you're voting for Kamala, you're a fucking bitch. Low T. Maybe go get on some testosterone because your levels are showing. Oh, what's your favorite policy of hers? I'll wait. Meanwhile, there's a hurricane killing thousands of U.S. citizens. And what the fuck is she doing? She's going on a whore podcast talking about how there's no laws over men's bodies. Poor me, victim. I'm a woman and I'm a victim and I don't get anything in the U.S. Bitch, go somewhere else then.
There's no laws for women, in that way. I mean, there really isn't. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand that talking point, and I don't understand why she's standing on that issue so tough. I just don't get it.
Oh my fucking God. If you think that women aren't treated good in the U.S., go to a fucking other country. This is actually crazy. You all are fucking crazy if you think this is okay. It blows my mind. There are so many closed-minded people who genuinely, and the thing is, the people that are voting for her don't even want her. They just don't want Trump. And they're trying to push a stance. It's like the people who still wear masks. You're not wearing a mask because you're actually concerned about your health. You're wearing a mask to make a fucking statement. And you're a loser. And honestly, you have no fucking brain, clearly. Because what the fuck is actually wrong with you? Oh, and let's give everyone $750 that have been affected by the hurricane, but send $8 billion to another country. Okay, because that logic makes sense. That logic is not logicking. And I'm afraid that is common sense. I fear that is common sense. And if you can't see that with this election coming up, you're fucked in the head. There is no hope for you. Fuck you.
I apologize about the language, man. Wow. But he's on to something. She's on to something. Let's keep going.
I just witnessed a woman on TV crying because she did not qualify for her $750 in North Carolina because she did not have an ID. This is absolutely disgusting that we are making people qualify for $750, but yet we're giving debit cards, places to live, and all this to people that are coming over here illegally who have never paid a dime into this country. This is asinine. I don't know what's going on. This isn't political on one side or the other. This is just damn stupid.
Oh, it's beyond stupid. It's beyond stupid, but this is by design. This is them letting you know they don't care about Americans. This is that 2030, one world government, type situation here. This is what they're showing. We're going to bring a bunch of people over here. We want to change the entire demographic of this country. We want to replace Americans. And ultimately, they want some form of socialist, communist type nation. And to be honest with you, they probably want it across the entire world. That's where we are.
I'm not gonna like this one today, and I don't give a flying fuck. Y'all need to go back to Ukraine and get my fucking money back. Get my motherfucking money back. I do not pay taxes to take care of anybody else except for the American people.
That money gone. Spent, laundered, flipped, flopped. Hey, that money gone.
The American people. My friends and family in my home state of Florida should not be fucking struggling. My friends in North Carolina that are going without water and electricity for almost 2 weeks now should never fucking happen. And that $750, you can shove it right up your fucking ass because it's not going to give them nothing in this shit-ass economy. Stop fucking playing in our face and go get the money that we busted our fucking ass for so we can take care of our own people. Are the American people. Y'all got me fired up today. This isn't about politics. They gonna stop fucking playing in our face. I want my money back. Stay blessed.
Going around the world.
She did all of that. F this, F that, stay blessed. Oh my goodness.
Misinformation. Well, was we misinformed when we heard what we heard directly from her mouth?
And the federal relief and assistance that we have been providing has included FEMA providing $750.
And was we also misinformed when the director of FEMA, Mayorkas, came out and said what he said? Or did he misspeak?
We are meeting the immediate needs with the money that we have. We are expecting another hurricane hitting. We do not have the funds. FEMA does not have the funds to make it through the season.
Now, since y'all want to say everything is so misinformation and misinformed, I just have a few questions. That's it. Is the critical needs payout of $750 only a one-time payout per household, not per person, and you would need to qualify, which also indicates that you may be denied? Just asking. I have another question. Did FEMA not designate funding of over $1 billion for an illegal migrant program called Shelter in Place in 2023 and 2024? Another question that I may be misinformed about. Did FEMA not designate funding of about $685 billion for illegal migrants in an emergency food and shelter program under this administration? I have another question, because we the people, we want to know. We don't want to be misinformed. Did the House and Senate, including Republicans, not pass the continuing appropriation bill, H.R. 9747, which provides more funding, but the disaster fund is still deficient, according to Mayorkas, because of mismanagement and possibly overspending? You know, that's the bill that y'all are running around and saying that the Republicans shot down or didn't pass. H.R. 9747. Go find it on congress.gov. Wait a minute, I thought of another one, because this may be the one that is misinformation. This is the one. Was there not testimony before the House Budget Committee estimating Americans paying over $150 billion annually to support illegal immigration? No, I got it. It's this one that's misinformed. It's this one. Have they not sent over 64 billion and counting to fund the Ukraine war? Dang, I forgot about this one too. I got a question about this one as well. This one probably is misinformed as well. Did they not send over 17 billion in aid to Israel since last October? And for my last question that I just may be misinformed about, this is the one. I'm misinformed, definitely, with this one. Did she not tweet a couple of days afterwards that she was deeply concerned about the security and well-being of the citizens of Lebanon and pledged a total of 157 million and bringing the support total of 385 million totally? It gotta be that one. And if you didn't catch what I said earlier, they're funding Israel and Lebanon, which Israel struck Lebanon. Just think about it. So no, we're not misinformed. Y'all just misunderstanding that $750 was never enough to give to American taxpayer citizens. So you can miss me on that.
She's absolutely right, man. Good Lord. I'm so glad to see people like this sister and the two ladies prior to. Yeah, the language is a little raw, but goodness gracious, I'm so glad to see people standing up against this foolishness. I'm so glad to see it. I hope more and more people start to wake up and realize that these Democrats, Kamala, and some of these rhinos out there, they are choosing outsiders over their own people. This is crazy.
The West Wing of the White House, where this week, one of my questions about foreign aid versus hurricane relief was called misinformation. President Biden is fond of saying, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value.
I'm going to start this over, but look at Karine Jean-Pierre's face. Every time Peter Doocy asks her a question, in her mind, it sounds like it looks like she's saying, not this dude again. I wish she would shut up. I wish we could kick him out. I wish we could bar him from asking questions. That's the look that she has on her face right now. I'm going to rewind it just a smidget.
Fond of saying, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value. If he's got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back, what does it say about his values? There's not enough money right now for
His
people
values,
in North Carolina who need it. That's not misinformation.
Wait, no, that is your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir. What you do? Yes, it's misinformation.
I've got the information right here. The vice president is posting on social media about $157 million in additional assistance to the people of Lebanon. President Biden is posting about how the Small Business Administration's disaster loan program is going to run out of funding if Congress does not come back. To a lot of people watching these briefings, a taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar is a taxpayer dollar. That is not misinformation. That is a fact.
Not sure if you guys caught the interview with Bill Whitaker and Kamala Harris on 60 Minutes, but in my opinion, that was an absolute embarrassment to the American people as well as herself, all right? First off, I would like to give a major shout out and major kudos to Bill Whitaker. He is what I would call a true journalist, all right? That is the interview that the American people have been waiting for. The questions that he asks is the questions that the American people have been wanting to ask her for so long, and he finally did it. Major shout out to you, all right? Now, at this point in Kamala's election campaign, I can truly understand why the Democrats have been keeping her in hiding for so long and preventing her from doing interviews, because it's obvious without a teleprompter and without a notepad, she is not getting through any interviews, all right?
Nope.
She literally sat on that stage and did not answer one question, you guys, not one, all right? And at this point in her election campaign, I can imagine that she is truly unburdened by the things to come after this interview, okay? She might as well just go ahead and hand the election over to Trump, because there's no way that the American people are going to vote for her after this.
Hey, we were talking about that this morning. You know, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, we're less than We're less than a month. We're less than 30 days, away from this election. And interview after interview after interview, all we've seen is her fumbling. She said on The View the other day that she wouldn't do anything different from what Joe Biden has done. She'd run things the exact same way. And what have they done? They've run this country into the ground. Maybe they've done exactly what they wanted to do. Maybe they've destabilized or at least pushed our country to a point of, instability so that they can bring in, some new way of doing things. We all know that this lady is a socialist, Marxist, communist type individual. We know she's been trained, so forth and so on. We know that's who she is. How do you implement that into a country? You do exactly what they've done. Tax everybody, into oblivion, tax the companies into oblivion where they got to lay off tons and tons of people, put people in positions to where they have to depend on the government. And then at that point, man, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. We get another 4 years of Kamala Harris. We get another 4 years of the Biden-Harris administration's policies, and we're cooked. We're done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I apologize for some of the language of the ladies, early on in the video. I do apologize for that. But, at the same time, we're in, perilous times right now in this country, man. And the language, it is what it is. And sometimes, it's just that exclamation point to get their point across. It's not the way that I talk. You guys won't hear me speak like that, on this platform. But, when I get out here and, in these internet streets, and find content out there, a lot of times, man, I don't want to, bleep and censor people, in that way as much as I can anyway. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. It is crazy. Prayers to our people down there in Florida. Prayers to them. Shout out, to my girl, Yulia. She knows who I'm talking about, man. You guys stay safe down there. God bless. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.